Hello, everyone at Motivational Cup. I'm here today to talk to you about the job report. Hey, this job report came out today, and looking at the numbers, I'm sharing them with you right now. Uh, U.S. government stated that they added 254,000 jobs to the market. 254,000 jobs. That's a lot of jobs. They also say unemployment is at 4.1%. But let's just take a look at where some of these jobs were added at. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's the numbers as you can see them. Um, it's amazing. You can see an overall report historically here. And I mean, I'll go ahead on and make it larger so you can see it a little bit better. But I'm just curious if you do remember, not but just maybe 2 weeks ago, the Feds cut the rate. The Federal Reserves cut the rate, stating that because of the slow job market and because of inflation, well, inflation is exactly where they feel it should be. Um, but they predicted that not only did they need to make the rate cut that they made, which was a 0.5%, but they also predicted that they would have to make additional rate cuts by the end of this year, on top of forecasting, I think, two to three other rate cuts for 2025. So I'm a little confused. Is the Feds wrong or is the government wrong? You know what? Let's just take a look at where. Let's take a look first of the comparison of the 12-month cycle. Let's look here. All right, so I'm going to add this here. Okay, so this is your comparison for over 12 months. You see right here, you have September of 2024 here on the far right side. Go all the way over to your far left side. You again will see September of 2023. Now, is it just me, or does something look a little bit too convenient with this comparison? If you notice, in 2023, approximately, maybe let's say 225,000, let's just use that number. I don't know. I'm just looking at the graph here. It's almost if someone cut, copied, and paste the 2023 and slapped it onto the 2024. Now, I know that didn't happen because I know that's not how the federal government works. And, the federal government wants us to believe in these reports and these statistics that they hand down to us as citizens. So therefore we can feel, comfortable that the economy is growing and the jobs are out there for you to earn a good wage and a good living to take care of your family. But I mean, you're sitting here with me, and this is we pulled this from the Guardian, which was a report that we just pulled. We don't know the Guardian. They didn't do any special things for us, but I'm just showing you 2024 versus 2023. It's eerie. It's extremely similar, but the world was different in 2023. September 2023, we did not have some of the things going on that we have going on right now. The Feds, if you remember, the Federal Reserve was still increasing the rate to slow down the economy. So I don't know. They increased to slow everything down. It slowed down, but then just 2 weeks ago, they cut to try to get it to speed up. And you're going to tell me within maybe like 14 some odd days that it sped up so fast that it outpaced 2023 in September? I don't know. Let's just take a look. Maybe we can figure this out. Taking a look where the jobs were gained. Let's take a look at. Okay, here we go. All right. Now let's take a look here. So we can see right now that the biggest industry that gained the most is according to this chart that we have here, is education and health. Okay, I can work with you. Maybe that could be because of the teachers that went back to work, and maybe because of the schools throughout the land filling empty, open spots that they needed to fill that was in their budget to carry out the school year. Okay, that's feasible. We can work with that. But then, it's a little funny when we come down here to leisure and hospitality. That's a 78,000 gains. Yeah. Gain in jobs. I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't go into any of my stores or any of my areas, or any of the local hospitality places, or some place where, just leisurely, relaxing or whatever it may be, and see an influx of new hires. But again, that doesn't really mean anything. Maybe they were hired after the last time I was there. We have another big boom in government. I don't know. I have seen a constant advertisement of open governmental jobs, state jobs, federal jobs, local county jobs. Now, I don't know how they measure these or how they figure it out. It's not me to figure out. I'm not an economist. I'm not a strategist. I don't do financial stuff. Hey, I'm just here, Motivational Cup, just trying to bring you information so you, again, can make a decision on your own with the information that we supply. We do this so you can, like, subscribe, and join our channel to continue to have these conversations back and forth so you can have the material that you need in order to make informed decisions for your family. Now, back to the report. I don't know. I mean, it's possible, maybe because of that increase in the education and health industry, that maybe that just pushed it, way up there. But I don't know. Let's look at the breakdown of what the report. Let's look at this. It says the report shows employers added 254,000 jobs, higher than the previous 12 months average monthly gain of 203. Let's stop there. So you're saying that there was an overall average of only 203,000 jobs that was gained. This is the average over a 12-month period. And September alone outpaced the whole average of the year. On top of, this is right after, remember now, the Federal Reserves have just cut the rates because they say that the job market, it wasn't moving. It slowed down. But somehow it got energized. I don't know. It goes on to say, and it was higher than 159,000 jobs added in August. So we went from 159 jobs in August to 254,000 30 days later, 2 weeks after the Feds cut the rate, stating that the job market was slowing down. I don't know. It says right here, the Federal Reserve's cut interest rates last month, just like I said, the first time in years, in an attempt to battle inflation. Well, how is this so? I'm not understanding. Let's see what the Federal Reserve said. Let's bring up their words. So the Federal Reserve here pretty much just brought up their own statement. They put it out there. And basically, this statement is stating that, hey, you know what? We had to do what we had to do. We had to make this rate cut because things are not moving in the directions that we need to when it comes to the job market. Were the Fed's wrong? I mean, the Federal Reserve, did they sit down? Did they have a meeting? Did they use their minds? Did they strategize? And then all of a sudden come up with the wrong decision that they made? I don't know. Right now, what I'm telling you, it's a difference between what the Federal Reserve say is happening in the world and what the federal government says is happening in the world. Now, the problem with this is the Federal Reserves have been looking at and studying the economy and inflation and the job market well over the last, let's just say the last year, 12 months, okay? This is because they had anticipated that they needed to slow down inflation, so they kept making interest rate, they kept raising the rate to slow down inflation. Inflation slowed down, but then they was a little bit leery, like, wait a minute, we don't want to scare off investors. We don't want to. Well, we have to cut some rates to make things back in line. I mean, because interest rates have went entirely too high. The real estate market was stalling. They had to make some cuts to get everything up and moving again. They didn't want to make too deep of cuts because remember, they proposed a 0.25 cut, and they said, well, you know what? Nope. The jobs are not looking good. They're not moving like we need them to move. We got to cut deeper. And they did. And then 2 weeks later, the government comes out with 254,000 jobs out of nowhere. Of course, that's going to ring some alarms and, have some people looking over their shoulders saying, hey, is this even passing a smell test? It has automatically started You've had now Joe Biden was called out by Marco Rubio for saying that the job numbers are just plain out fake. Now, I don't know if those numbers are fake or not. I don't know if Rubio knows if those numbers are fake. I don't even know if the government knows if those numbers are fake. I'll rephrase that. If the government put out fake numbers, let me make sure I clean it up. Motivational cup. Maybe it's not me saying that the numbers are fake. I'm saying I don't know who is telling the truth or who may not be telling the truth. But what I can tell you is uh, when it comes to the government, there's some convenience for them for the numbers to be um, larger than what was expected. So by the numbers being large, I think they was expecting like 154, 150 or something in job gains, and it's 254. I mean, that's an increase that there's a benefit for them. They benefit because again, the election, it's coming up. It's right around the corner. If you tell the people of the United States of America, our fellow citizens that jobs are here, they're robust, they're more than we even thought. We feel good, warm and fuzzy, and we walk into the polling place and we say, well, you know what? The current government that's in place now has done their job, and we're going to go ahead on and vote to keep them going. But on the other hand, if the current government is pulling wool over our heads and these numbers are not real, it could be very, very detrimental to the people who are currently in power in the government. So I just ask people, Motivational Cup, you can make your own decision. The numbers are here. I'll bring them back up so you can look at them again. Here is the number. I'm going to add it here. That's the job market. These are the number of jobs that they say were added. Those are the fields that they say that was added in. I could tell you my opinion, but I don't want, because I want you to form your own opinion for you and your family, because something doesn't seem to be in line with how normal anomalies happen. Things just don't seem to increase without there being something that backs it up. For example, if there was a big rush in like a new factory that came in, let's say Amazon had just came to our country in September. Well, yes, the job market, those numbers would be sky high because it's a large company that just came in. They need a lot of workers, so therefore they hired a lot of people, and it makes sense. If there was a huge ribbon cutting on, I don't know, some new hotels or something, or maybe we opened up a third airport here in our area, and this would make sense. The jobs would be there. This would make sense. But right now, nothing happened. And at the same time, 2 weeks ago, we were slipping backwards. So I just say, take the information that we put in front of you. You do whatever you need to do with it. If you look at the information and say, well, you know what? Hey, the government is A-okay with me. We're cool. I'm going to take these numbers and run with them. That is what you can do. Here at Motivational Cup, our main task is just to give you good information for you to make informed decisions that helps you and your family. That's our report on the job market. Hey, I can't tell you if the report is real. I can't tell you if the report is fake. Again, that's not what I do, and that's not what we do here at Motivational Cup. But I do encourage you that if you watch this video and you are still curious, do some further research. Look at it and see what you can find out that is right and that is wrong. Well, that's me. That's it. That's it for me. That I'm done. Listen, I need you to like, subscribe, join, share our channel. We're trying to get it to grow. There's other things that we would like to bring to you, and the more subscribership we build, the more we can bring to you. Also, I ask that you add in a comment. What do you think? Let us know. I mean, if you believe that this job report is 100% real, put an R in the comment. And if you believe that it seems a little bit out of the ordinary, might not pass the smell test, put an S for the smell of it. That's it for me. I'll see you next time on Motivational Cup.